रक्तगौरकलेवर नमो नमो अनिरुद्धाय ऋषिकेशियान्द्रियात्मने नमः पूर्णाय निवृत्तात्मने स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचिसदे नमः नमो हिरण्यवीराय चातुर्होताय तांत्रवे. So, how is everybody? Cold? Addresses? You should have come. You should have come 2 hours back, Matai. Then you will know. Yeah. This week we try to complete this. But too many things were there. No, please suggest if because we just did in hush every. I was having a training also this week, so it was coming late. Then we were deciding what to do, going to Lowe's or Home Depot, then finalizing everything. Next day morning, what is the plan? Like that, every day was going. Yeah, that is what we were just following. So anybody, we were this was done this week only. Yeah, all there. Yeah, it is all there, Mercy. Like what we are doing, we are nothing. We didn't do anything, Mataji. She, yeah, she was doing then Krishna and then Radha Undan Chandra. Actually, we had to keep in other room, so we were not that. But we didn't wanted to keep them here. So they were in the other room. Just now they came, just maybe half an hour back down. Yeah, because the contractor left maybe 6:30. He left because I told him that how to you have to complete whatever you can complete and go because we have to clean up and do everything. So after that we cleaned up everything. He had some more work, but maybe afterwards he will next week. Okay. So we did last time 5-3, or we were on 5-3. If anybody can. So we did, or we were on 5-3. Did okay. Yes. I thought so, but I just wanted to confirm. Four, five, six. Okay. So please repeat after me. Sankhya yogo pruthakbala parvadanti na panditaha ekam api astitaha samyagaya ubhayor vindate phalam. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Only the ignorant speak of devotional service, karma yoga, as being different from the analytical study of the material world. Sankhya, those who are actually learned say that he who applies himself well to one of these paths achieves the results of both. So we'll do the purport. Just maybe in the mind you can read. I will read. The aim of the analytical study of the material world is to find the soul of existence. The soul of the material world is Vishnu, or the super soul. Devotional service to the Lord entails service to the super soul. One process is to find the root of the tree, and the other is to water the root. The real student of Sankhya philosophy finds the root of the material world, Vishnu, and then in perfect knowledge engages himself in the service of the Lord. Therefore, in essence, there is no difference between the two because the aim of both is Vishnu. Those who do not know the ultimate end say that the purposes of Sankhya and Karma Yoga are not the same, but one who is learned knows the unifying aim in these different processes. So Prabhupada has clearly mentioned, right? So what is Sankhya? Anybody knows? What is Sankhya? Yes, analytical study. Yeah, all the elements in the world. Yeah, material study of those. Correct. Sankhya, if you come from Marathi or Hindi background, the Sankhya means counting, right? Count or counting. Yeah, so counting, basically what counting is considering each and everything in a particular part, right? And understanding it. So Sankhya, there are um, many souls who wants to go in detail to understand what is this world, what is the root of this world, why the world is coming, and then they want to understand it because they want to really know what is going on, why it is happening, why things are this way, why things are not the other way, right? So they are really studying the material around them, material universe around them. So after that study, what will happen? Okay. They will reach to some conclusion, right? So we don't know what conclusion it is. So anybody, what is the conclusion? What do you think? If somebody understands how this world works, how everything is there, what are the inside, what are the outside of everything, and then what? Correct. Yes. So they will, if somebody is following, right, proper scriptures, then ultimately they will know that everything is sourced from Vishnu or Krishna. So like there has to be some supreme, otherwise what is the use of definition supreme, right? If there are two or three, then it is not supreme, right? Correct. Yes, scientists. So we are talking about the souls which are doing analytical study using the scriptures, because scriptures has more information than what science knows today. Take an example, right? Fire, right? I think in Vedas they gave 19 different types of fires, right? But I think in science they may have like two or three, like some burning with blue flame, some burning with yellow flame, like that. Even they were saying about um, wind also. I think in the scriptures it is given around 24 different types of winds or vayu, right? What we mentioned. But in English also you have word. Then you can see breeze. You can say hurricane. All these, right? Different types of wind. But it is scientifically given in the scriptures. Even they gave the speed of light, distance between the planet, the size of sun, size of moon. Yeah, yeah. So those scientists, they have different agenda. So they actually believe that everything is coming from matter. So they think that the combination of matter will give life. That is what the scientists. Ki somehow it happened that all the chemicals mixed together and then their primitive single cell um, entity got created. Some accident happened and single. So Prabhupada was very strong. If you hear Prabhupada's lectures or read Prabhupada's lectures, is very strong on those scientists. Right? If you really think that it is happened, so why I will give you all the material, Prabhupada says, so why don't you do it? No, no, we will do it in future. Then Prabhupada says, till that time you believe what we are telling. Even if you don't know, you are saying that perhaps that will happen. In future we will do that. So we have complete knowledge. Why don't you believe on us? That is what Prabhupada says. Correct, yeah. But they don't believe that, right? Scientists don't believe that they are imperfect. Yeah, yeah, they change every time. Yeah, yeah. Correct, yeah, draft. Now they made Pluto as a draft planet. Yes. More scientific, yes, more scientific there. And there are few, individuals, personalities are studying actually. Even they are Westerners, but they are studying the Vedas very nicely. Vedic cosmos, yeah. Right, right. Yeah. Yeah. So, so what they are trying to do, they are trying to analyze and find the information. But if somebody just analyzes and doesn't do anything, so what will happen? Just take an example. Everybody, most of us learned this Mendel's table, I think, in chemistry. What is Mendel's? Mendeleev. Mendeleev's table. So it gives 108 elements. I think 108, somewhere like 108, 109, I think something. Yeah, increasing. So if somebody studies, because that gives basic chemical, materials and their compositions. It tells about hydrogen, it tells about oxygen, you know. But if somebody just studies and understands everything, is that sufficient for that person? Right? What they have to know, if what to do with that material. So I mix 2H2 with 1O, then I get water. So if they understand the purpose behind knowing that knowledge, then it is useful. Otherwise, it is not useful, right? If somebody just knows that there are 108 elements, each element is, one element is called H, one element is called O, one element called C, it's not sufficient. They have to apply that knowledge. So even same thing, if Sankhya, if somebody just understanding how this material world is, if they are stopping there, no use. Yeah. So they apply that, means what? They go much deeper and come to know that behind everything is Krishna. So what Prabhupada has mentioned in the purport is they try to find where is the root of the tree. They find the root of the tree. What next? If you find the root, what next? Water the root. Correct. So if they do that, yes, they are also achieving the same goal. And what devotees are doing, what we are doing in devotional service, we are directly applying without knowing, right? We are directly applying the water to roots. So that is, and why we are doing that? Because Prabhupada has given us this knowledge, right? That easy knowledge, he has given the practical knowledge. Even whatever we have tendencies, we have, whatever um, inclinations what we have, we can continue to do that. Only we should dawdle that for Krishna. If we do that, then we will be watering the root rather than watering the leaves, flowers, or other places. Yeah. Everybody okay? So as this verse says, both the things are going to Krishna, Vishnu. Yeah. So we'll go to the next one. Yata Sankhe Prapatte Sthanam Tada Yoge Rapi Gamyate Ekam Sankham Cha Yogam Cha Yah Pashyati Sa Pashyati. One who knows that The position reached by means of analytical study can also be attained by devotional service, and who therefore sees analytical study and devotional service to be on the same level, sees things as they are. So I'll read the purport. Please read, yeah, yourself also. The real purpose of philosophical research is to find the ultimate goal of life. So we'll do together, or you can just, yeah, read. Since the ultimate goal of life is self-realization, there is no difference between the conclusions reached by the two processes. By Sankhya philosophical research, one comes to the conclusion that a living entity is not a part and parcel of the material world, but of the Supreme Spirit whole. Consequently, the spirit soul has nothing to do with the material world. His actions must be in some relation with the Supreme. When he acts in Krishna consciousness, he is actually in his constitutional position. In the first process, Sankhya, one has to become detached from matter. And in the devotional yoga process, one has to attach himself to the work of Krishna consciousness. Factually, both processes are the same. Although superficially one process appears to involve detachment and the other process appears to involve attachment. Detachment from matter and attachment to Krishna are one and the same. One who can see these sees things as they are. Yeah, very clear. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Analytical study. So, correct. Analytical study. First, Sankhya is analytical study. So, what is analytical study? You know about matter, right? You go deeper in the matter, and then somebody understands, oh, matter is not enough, and I am not matter. So, if I am not matter, what is the next step I should do? Correct. So, detach from matter. That is what Sankhya teaches. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Yeah, sorry, that light just went off. He just 1 hour back fixed everything, and we switched on. That light just went off. So sorry for that. So that is what. But the important thing here is, right? We need to understand why we need to understand, because many times what we do, we try to restrict ourselves. We should restrict ourselves, but we shouldn't go to the level where it will create a hurdle in our devotional service, right? So what we should do, right? Can somebody give any example where, yeah, the question is, we understood from the purport, right? One thing is detaching from matter. Other thing is you are using the matter, but you are getting attached to Supreme, right? So why Sankhya philosopher are detaching from matter? Because they want to concentrate or attach to Supreme. So what they are doing, the first step they are thinking is detachment from matter, right? Just take an example. It's not very, it's a crude example, right? But let's try to understand, right? If you have a big stone in your hand, right, and there is a book, if you want to take the book, what you will do? Put the stone down and then take the book, right? Now the action you understood. Now if we think that this stone is a hurdle for me, yeah, the first thing I have to think about this stone only, yeah, and I want to keep that stone down, right? If I am concentrating only on that, right, you are spending your energy on thinking about stone, right? But imagine that you are more attracted to the book. Then tomorrow, instead of that stone, if you have another book also, you will keep down and you will take that book, right? The point what I am saying here is your attraction to that book is important. If you have that attraction, so tomorrow If your both hands are also, tied up, you will try to read the book with help of somebody. Got it? Yeah. So that is the difference between detachment and attachment. So my question was, if somebody has any example where they have strong attachment to something which they are trying to work out by stopping that work. You understand? Some habit, some inclinations. Yes, Mataji? Okay. Very good. No, very good. So you are trying to increase your attachment towards Krishna and devotional service. Very good. Very good. So anybody, yeah, question? Okay. That is correct. So what we need to do, right? For example, I'll give you example. Ajay Govind Prabhu is asking that we can explain more. Question is that if you have something which is your inclination or your attachment, which is creating trouble in devotional service. So if you have something, or if you have worked already on, as Mataji has given example, she had the issue, she is working on that or worked on that. Like that, if you have some, because this is very important point. What happens that many times we either stop that activity. Some activities, yes, definitely we have to stop, but some activities we can, because main problem is stopping activity is important, but the main problem is if you stop and think about it, then your attachment will increase more and more about that. I'll give one example, Mataji. If somebody has a attraction in hearing the songs, right? Every day there are some individuals. Every day they want to hear 2 hours, 3 hours songs. They were hearing before all, you know, different musics, right? Nice music. I'm not saying that bad, but now if you have that attachment, what we are saying that you move that attachment, divert that attachment, hear about Krishna's music, hear about kirtan, hear nice songs. Lot of songs are there, lot of bhajans are there. Hear about those bhajans. So that is what I was saying. Yeah. Yes, otherwise no. This is listening. The songs are actually attachment to my ear. My sense object ear wants to hear something. So I want to listen the music. No, I want to stop that. I am studied already that music is material. I want to stop it. I don't want to hear anything. One way is that. Right? That is what. When you have attraction of that book, you will not know also that you kept the stone down. That is what I want actually. Yes. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Correct. That is what I'm saying. Because see, what will happen if you stop that? What will happen? Anxiety will increase. You will not be more normal. And if you hear somewhere, if you go to some shop and if you hear, you get more happiness there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So our yeah, sense objects actually you get purification is happening, right? We chant, we hear. Correct. Correct. See, there are different kinds, right? Yeah, yeah. There are different kinds. Yeah. So I will tell. No, I will tell. You're right. Actually, I also thought the same thing, but I didn't explain more because our topic was more is how we are handling these different, inclinations. Anxiety, I totally agree. If you just see on anxiety, but there are different ways to solve the anxiety. One is you go in the root Sankhya and try to find out why that anxiety is. That is the ultimate, you know, because what is anxiety? No, no, no. What is anxiety? Correct. The anxiety is you are not in present. You are in future. If you are thinking about future, that is anxiety. Got it? Because future is not clear. Right? Somebody can. Correct. So if we try, no, if we try to, because there are multiple ways. One way is that is not a final solution to it. I agree the point what you are mentioning, but many times I also personally did that. That our thinking is going somewhere totally different. We don't want to think. You put some lecture, you read something, you will get an answer in that lecture. You will get the answer while you are reading. Yeah. Yes, anxiety is about knowing about future because something is not certain, so you want to know about that. So how you will know if somebody gives you that knowledge, you will know. Right? For example, I don't know, most of you should remember this example that Sri Vrindavan Prabhu has mentioned this example that in early morning wake up and then you are having a tremendous pain in your stomach, right? Then you're trying to find out, I don't know, WebMD or you Google it, and then you try to find out, oh, it could happen because of this, it could happen, oh, because of cancer, it could happen because of this thing, that thing, and the anxiety starts. What is happening to me? What is happening to me? You call the doctor, take a urgent appointment to doctor. He says, okay, yeah, you have a big trouble. Come. He says, and he asks, what did you eat? And he concludes that you have a gas problem, right? Now all anxiety, that pressure, that mercury which went up will come down immediately. What is the difference? Knowledge. Correct. Knowledge is the difference. Yeah. Okay. So I think we are clear at this point. The point was that to get to have the detachment, right? The positive way is, yeah, instead of suppressing something, we should get a higher taste or attached to something higher which will be related to Krishna. Yeah? So we'll go to 6. Sannyasasthu mahabaho dukham aptum ayogataha yoga yukto munir brahma na chirena di gachati, merely renouncing all activities yet not engaging in the devotional service of the Lord cannot make one happy. but a thoughtful person engaged in devotional service can achieve the supreme without delay. Big purport, but we'll still read it. There are two classes of sannyasis or persons in the renounced order of life. The Mayavadi sannyasis are engaged in the study of Sankhya philosophy, whereas the Vaishnava sannyasis are engaged in the study of Bhagavatam philosophy, which affords the proper commentary on the Vedanta Sutras. The Mayavadi sannyasis also study the Vedanta Sutras, but use their own commentary called Sharira Kabhyas, written by Shankaracharya. The students of Bhagavat school are engaged in the devotional service of the Lord according to Pancharatriki regulations, and therefore the Vaishnava sannyasis have multiple engagements in the transcendental service of the Lord. The Vaishnava sannyasis have nothing to do with material activities, and yet they perform various activities in their devotional service to the Lord. But the Mayavadi sannyasis engaged in the studies of Sankhya and Vedanta and speculation cannot relish the transcendental service of the Lord. Because their studies become very tedious, they sometimes become tired of Brahman speculation, and thus they take shelter of the Bhagavatam without proper understanding. Consequently, their study of the Srimad Bhagavatam, their study of the Srimad Bhagavatam becomes troublesome. Dry speculations and impersonal interpretations by artificial means are all useless for the Mayavadi sannyasis. The Vaishnava sannyasis who are engaged in devotional service are happy in the discharge of their transcendental duties, and they have the guarantee of ultimate entrance into the kingdom of God. The Mayavadi sannyasis sometimes fall down from the path of self-realization and again enter into material activities of a philanthropic and altruistic nature, which are nothing but material engagements. Therefore, the conclusion is that those who are engaged in Krishna conscious activities are better situated than the sannyasis engaged in simple speculation about what is Brahman and what is not Brahman, although they too come to Krishna consciousness after many births. Big purport. So important thing, yeah, sorry. Correct. Yeah, so there is a difference. That's the reason I explained more, right? First thing is Prabhupada has mentioned the same thing. If you see the last line mentions about this, that after many births, so they will reach. See, these are the rungs of the same ladder, Sankhya. But what is the difference? When they will reach, no, yeah, many births. But why those many births are needed? Y- Correct. You understand. But if you just understand the Mendeleev table, if you just understand HOC, but if you don't understand the practical thing about HC and all, if you don't understand about carbon dioxide, or if you don't understand about water, you will not be able to apply anything. Same thing with Sankhya. If they just understand about each and every material and that aspect, but if they don't go beyond it. For example, I gave a example of a root. If you just know, yes, this is the root of the tree, but if they don't do anything after that, they will not reach. Right? They have to water the root. Yeah, they have to understand. Yes, Vishnu, Krishna is everything. Through spiritual, you are saying? Through scriptures. Yeah. Yes. No, it is not the science what we tell from to. It is scientific, but it is not science what we are telling. Yes. Yeah, it is not based on our senses. That is perfect. Yes. What is Mayavadi means, right? What is Mayavadi means? Yeah. So actual Mayavadi is that everything is Maya. I am Maya. Krishna also, even when he came, he is also in Maya. If I take out myself from Maya, I am Krishna. Yes. Advaita philosophy. Advaita. Dvaita means two. Advait, no, we are not two. We are all are Krishna. No, Buddhists are, we are all zero. Here it is already, no, here it is already one, at least one. So Buddhist is zero. Shunyavad, yes. Brahmavad is just, they believe God is light. They believe there is a supernatural energy which is Lord. That is Brahmavad. Yeah, yes. No, Mayavadi is Prabhupada and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, that they don't have any scope. If Maya, because if somebody is telling, right, I am Krishna, there is no difference between me and Krishna. Done everything. Krishna is not person. There is no personal aspect to Krishna. If there is no personal aspect, how we will serve to him? They are Brahmavadis. Okay? Right, right. Yeah, I think you mentioned like the material creation. No, not question, suggestion, Prabhuji, is that there are not a clarity about material creation. Right? Lot of questions come. So what Bhagavatam says about material creation? Yeah. So we will do one day, or maybe I'll try to find if there is anything we can see it also together. Right? Yeah, that's a good idea. Right? Yeah, the question, yeah, question is maybe for everybody, that how actually Krishna is creating such a huge universes, right? That is not able to, we are not able to perceive it. Yeah, actually we will not be able to perceive. Even what we think that we will able to perceive, that is also not enough. Right? Because this whole material universe is just one third of Lord's creation. There is two third which we don't know. Bhagavatam tells about it. Right? I will try to find, or we will go on the detail. Right? So going back to this purport, right? There are two types of sannyasis mentioned here: Mayavadi sannyasis and Vaishnav sannyasis. Right? We have to understand because we are specifically studying about Bhagavad Gita. We are the practitioner of devotional service, because many times what happens, if somebody comes and sannyasi, there is no difference, right? But we need to understand the difference, because when we are preaching to somebody, then we need to mention to them, right, what is the difference. We need to understand first, and then we need to act on that understanding. Yes. Yeah. Saffron clothes. They also dress in saffron clothes. Sannyasis. Yeah. So that is what is the difference. The one difference what we understood in the purport is basically they try to understand Krishna through all books, philosophy. I think somebody has to watch the kids. I don't want them to hurt each other, especially the big ones. Who is crying so much? You should check them. Mataji went, okay. Okay, so And then Vaishnav sannyasis, what is the difference in Vaishnav sannyasis? Vaishnav sannyasis actually activities they are doing. Actually, they are attached to serving Krishna. Right? If you see Prabhupada's case, that Prabhupada traveled in that old age, like around 12 times all over the world. He created 108 temples in his advanced age. At the same time, he wrote 60 plus literature, and big things. And last week I mentioned, right, Prabhupada tell about one sannyasi. Somebody mentioned, oh no, so much money was given to him, but he rejected the money, and his photo came on the newspaper. Prabhupada says, I wouldn't mind my photo coming with taking the money, while taking the money, because I want to take whatever money is there, I want to use for Krishna's service. Yeah. So what we need to understand from here, the next thing is, dry speculation and impersonal interpretations by artificial means are all useless for the Mayavadi sannyasis. Right? What is dry speculation? Dry speculation means this will happen, that will happen, that will happen. Because what is happening, your concentration is not in serving. Your concentration is, everything is taking the knowledge and trying to understand things. But here we are trying to apply the knowledge practically. How we are doing that? How we are doing that? By serving. How we are serving? Why we are serving? We are following Vaishnavas who are already has attachment to Krishna. So we are trying to, because this is what important thing is, I mentioned 2-3 weeks back, that we shouldn't take Vaishnava relations casually, right? We should take it as a very important thing. We should take it giving more importance than anything else, right? When you talk, when you deal with Vaishnavas, you try to make sure that we give them what the respect is required. We try to learn. Many times what happens that we just ask questions to them just for sake of it, and then they give that answer, we don't follow the answer, right? If we are asking, we should be ready to follow. If you don't want to follow for some reason, say somebody answered, and if you don't want to follow that, you discuss furthermore, saying, Prabhuji, I have this, or Mataji, if Matajis are discussing with themselves, I have this issue, that's the reason I'm not able to follow. So they will give more information. And if you ask me, we are very fortunate that we are in such a Sangha that we have very nice Vaishnavas, very practical Vaishnavas. If we ask them, they will give very practical answer, right? Very practical solutions. If they don't know, they will be able to get a help to provide that information to you. Right? We have qualities of Brahma. Okay. Yeah. It is not like that. What is it is, see, Krishna has all the 64 qualities in full, right? Any soul, right? Krishna is super soul. Any soul can have maximum 50 qualities, right? And a soul having those 50 qualities in full becomes Brahma. So each of us has a capacity to become Brahma if we want, and each of us may be Brahma a few lifetimes back, or millions of lifetimes back. Yeah? 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute. We can reach. The soul can reach. No, it's not possible. Correct. I didn't say that, but yes, that is correct. Which one? Yeah, the fact is there. If they want to use the Just one, Mataji. No, I'm serious. Just one. Surrender. That's it. No, that is just one. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm serious actually. I'm serious that really that is the only quality we need. So you are right. That includes everything. But let's start doing that. Right? If we start doing that for everything, we start doing surrender. How we will start doing surrender? That this step which I am taking, which is taking me towards Krishna, or it is taking me away from Krishna. Just think that. Simple. Right? Yes and no answer. It's easy, right? Yeah. Yes. Yeah, but Brahma also is the ultimate in material world, right? Yes. Yes, spiritual, what happens that we don't worry about these qualities. Yeah. No, yeah, that is the reason I'm saying. So that way, correct. Yes, there are five ways we can connect to Krishna, right? One is you be a friend to him, you have conjugal love. I don't know the all five, but one you have sarupya, salokya, these all, yeah. So no, there are actually those are different types of rasa. But the relation what you can have with Krishna is you can be on the same planet where Krishna is. You can have same features how Krishna has. Features means say Vaikuntha, Vishnu Duta. So you can be. Or you can be a friend to Krishna. You can be a lover to Krishna. Those. I can tell doesn't, yeah, yeah. I don't know the details also of those, yeah, but I didn't hear or read mentioning about that. Correct. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Because even see, so technically, if this is technical question, yeah, this is technical question, right? What your question is? So technically, 50 we will have maximum 50 only, right? So even if we have 100 and if we are devotees, we will 100% of those 50. We don't want to be Brahma. We will be just serving Krishna. Technically, right? Technical question. Yeah. Yeah, he has more than because he's a Shiva Tattva. Is a different than Jiva Tattva. Yeah. He's he's in between. He's in between. He is as a special stan. We shouldn't also, talk much on that because I don't know personally. We also don't know much. So he is not Jiva Tattva. He is a Shiva Tattva, Shambhu, which is more than 50. Okay. So we are clear? Yeah. This was little digression, but the point which I wanted to tell that devotional service, we continue to do that, then we will get all the results what we are looking for. Yeah, yeah, please. Brahman. Brahman is supreme. Yeah. Yeah. So, the light, yeah, the effulgence. Brahman is the effulgence. Not supreme, the effulgence. Yeah. Supreme personality is Bhagavan and Brahman is, yeah, light. Light of effulgence of Krishna. So what they say, Brahman realization is your sakshatkar happened. So that is what Brahman realization is. Okay. Okay. Any other questions, comments? Okay. Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. You want to do announcements? Yeah, please announce for everybody. Oh, I didn't ask any questions or any comments. Correct. Yes. Yeah, I will mention about that. I forgot to not forgot. I didn't get a chance to drop a email again reminder, but I'll tell everybody. So what was the instruction? Instruction was to ask everybody to come. Okay. Yeah, even the Japathon is for that reason. Yeah, that see we wanted to create the positive energy, use that for Krishna's service for the meeting. Yeah. And Prabhuji was mentioning about tomorrow's lecture or monthly sangha with Sri Vrindavan Prabhu. So I didn't get a chance to send a reminder. So tomorrow, 3 o'clock, we will start sharp. Tomorrow here. That I'll be sending. I talked with Prabhuji. In fact, Prabhuji was also very busy this whole week. For everybody of us was very busy. So he mentioned he is going to talk about Harinam Chintamani, which is telling more about Nama, importance of Nama. So it is very interesting. So I would suggest everybody please come on time so you can start from beginning. It will be here. And if somebody wants to help, I don't know, I didn't check my email also. I requested if somebody wants to help in taking care of kids, maybe 2 sessions we will have. So 1.5 hour each session. One Prabhuji replied me, so we may need one more. If anybody of you are interested in one of the session, let me know. We can arrange. I don't know, the weather tomorrow was showing rainy. I was in the bank, so I was checking there in the bank. It was showing rainy. So if there is rain, then we may have bigger trouble with handling like kids at one place in the house and while lecture is going on. So we need to plan. If somebody has some ideas, please let me know so we can do. If no, rain is not there, we can play outside. Backyard will be open. Okay, that's good then. So we can take, yeah, yes, we can take them out. Lot of place is there. Then the backside they can play also. So hope weather will be good too. Thank you. But if it is windy, then it will be chilly like today. Today also I think the same temperature was there, right? 7 to 8. Huh? Okay. 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 That may be wet. Is it wet? Not yet. Okay. Not here, yeah. But that one he just did before going. Yeah. This was done maybe 2 days back. Only this bottom one he finished today. Yeah. Okay. So yes.